Hello, Scorpio. Okay, so this is going to be a general love reading. Hopefully, it will resonate with you in some way or form. I will try and get as much as I can as to what's recently happened in your love life, what are you currently going through, and what you probably will experience in the near future. Scorpio, the way I see it at the moment, before I even delve into the cards, I'm really feeling like you are going through your own death and rebirth. Transformation is the Scorpio card, okay? It's the phoenix. It rises from the dead. And this is something that you're trying to get a lot of wisdom on, okay? You're needing to know trust, who you can trust, who you can't trust. There's some kind of karmic closure that you're dealing with. Now, it's not necessarily meaning that you are going through bad karma because you deserve bad karma. I did do a short video. If you go through my shorts, you'll see one, which is what is karma. Often we go through karmic cycles where we end situations and relationships with certain people, certain jobs, family members that are karmic lessons, okay? You learned all you could from this person, and so spiritually the relationship or the situationship ends, okay? So you are closing off a karmic cycle. You're going through a period where you now, again, you're surrendering to the divine. You starting to look at and reflecting on certain things and reflecting on decisions that you made. And you're trying to work through, again, what is delusional, what's not delusional in your life, okay? Spirit wants you to know that things in your life are on track, okay? Now, there may be legal situations. For some of you, it could be possible divorces, etc., etc. But, again, let's see. Okay, so spirit guides, angels, please help me with Scorpio's reading. Let's see what has happened in the recent past when it comes to Scorpio's love life. How can we assess Scorpio's love life? Please tell me what has been happening with Scorpio. So you're trying to stay quite strong, okay? Maybe you've been dealing with a situation. Things have been, perhaps, like I said, you're digging deep. Things have been maybe suspended in your love life a little bit, perhaps for some of you, or things just haven't, it's been stagnant, not really moving very much. Again, I'm getting the legal, it's either you're trying to balance out things in your life, or perhaps you are dealing with maybe perhaps a legal separation or possible divorce, okay? And you're trying to stay strong, okay? You're trying to shine through the situation. You're really trying to give yourself the strength to get there or get through it, okay? We have Archangel Gabriel, so maybe you've communicated something to this person, or you guys have been communicating about something. Maybe you've communicated the fact that things are over. You may be trying to build your life all over again, okay? Using your intuition, but there's definitely some kind of communication. You're trying to use your psychic abilities. You're trying to get some kind of knowledge from spirit. I will clarify more, so hopefully it will make sense as we go along. Okay? And the currents, see, as I explained, you went through a death, okay, an ending of some sort, and now you're going through a rebirth. So this is the rebirth. So now it's time for you to heal. Now it's time for you to get closure. Now it's time for you to surrender and to start to reflect and trust that the universe has something good for you. And they do. There's loving elements around you. Spirit is saying that they are around you. They're surrounding you. They're sending you lots of love right now. They're trying to clear the path for you. And hopefully you'll be on track to something a lot happier, okay? You may be spending time with friends, but at the same time, you're also spending some time alone. So you may be trying to balance nurturing yourself, looking after yourself. If you dealing with children, there's some kind of new commitment coming in for you perhaps as well. But if you're dealing with children, you may be spending time with children, you may be spending time with friends. There may be perhaps even possible reconciliations, or, I mean, it really can be any one of those with people that you know, okay? Again, I will be clarifying. Right, in the near future, there's healing taking place, okay? Something very spiritual, something very deep is about to take place. Things may seem up in the air for you, and this is why you're needing to trust, okay? Spirit is saying they've got you, okay? You just need to trust that they've got you. They know what's best for you. And this karmic, it was literally just a karmic cycle. Google more on karmic closure, karmic relationships. Karmic partners are partners who are never meant to be, okay? They're meant to be in your life for a certain period. It is tumultuous. It wreaks havoc in your life. It hurts because it forces you to change, okay? And no one likes change. So karmics come in and they mess up your life on purpose, okay? And it's hard to understand. So if you go and Google it, a karmic relationship, karmic situations, karmic cycles, hopefully it will give you the cycle. Now, what Spirit is blessing you with, because of the fact that you've had to deal with this, because of the fact that you are closing off and you're trusting Spirit and you're walking away from the situation, Spirit is now saying, my dear Scorpions, I'm now going to bless you with your real soul tribe, okay? You've done the work. You've hopefully started to heal. You've closed off that cycle. You've gotten rid of this karmic person. You're now ready for your real soul tribe, okay? And believe it or not, the healing that you're doing right now, you know, we often jump into relationships when we are needing someone to be that other person in our lives. And that's never actually correct. When you are 100% healed and you are 100% whole, you then vibrate with someone else who has also gone through a lot. And then they are 100% healed and they're 100% whole. And then you don't have this codependency. You actually sit there and you push each other up. You're there for each other to lean on when you might need it, but not 100%. So it's not like your past relationship, which was the War of the Roses, where you were just in a complete impasse. It was their way or the highway. Nothing you could do was going to change their minds. You could stand on your head, color your toes pink, freaking walk around naked all day, and, you know, you might got a bit of nookie out of them, but you weren't going to change this person, okay? Yeah, and this is you. The total death card, total scorpion card, total transformation, okay? You've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas in your pile, okay? So you were going through a huge ending, okay? And a brand new, huge beginning. Look, even here, views of the ego. Every card at the bottom of the deck so far has been telling me that you really have been dealing with someone who really and truly could not give a donkey's bum about your feelings, what you wanted, okay? It was always about them, okay? And that is, unfortunately, where you were disillusioned, okay? But Spirit is coming forward to show you the truth, okay? Right, so let's get into your reading. Let's clarify. Right, Spirit, please clarify for me. What is this, Gabriel, number 3? This is the intuition. What is the intuition that Scorpio needed in the recent past? What has happened here? What happened with Scorpio's recent past? Yeah, as I said, so this was definitely a higher level of commitment. Someone you were married to, the passion ran out. Okay, married to, living with. You're in definitely a higher level of commitment with this person. And maybe it was the communication. You waited a long time. You were patient. You waited for them. You waited for things to get better, but the passion just ran out. And so you had to use your intuition. You got 2 cards right next to each other of psychics or intuition or using intuition. You had to use your intuition to guide yourself through the situation. And I think you finally started to listen, okay? Let's see if you did, okay? So what is the number 1, the Oracle of Delphi? Let's clarify that, please, for Scorpio. Yeah, it was slow in coming. The intuition was there. You knew the truth, but it was slow in coming. There's you as well, I suppose. So, yeah, your family has split up. Okay, so you knew that this was coming, but I think you avoided it for a very long time, okay? I kind of feel like you were patiently hoping things would improve. You were hoping things would get better. and now it's kind of done, and I think you've finally accepted that. But 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck tells me that it's over. Okay, you feel quite hurt by it, and that's normal, and that's okay. Lick your wounds, take care of yourself. You need to cry, you need to scream. Okay, so let's get into your current situation. So this is about you perhaps being a mother, looking after your children, being a single mom perhaps, or if you're a male, then it's just about nurturing yourself. Okay, you're having a total rebirth. So let's talk about this rebirth. Yeah, you see, you're walking away. Things have just been too much of an illusion for you. You're dealing with these illusions. You're now reflecting on all these illusions. You know, was this person right for me? Were they ever right for me? You know, was this toxic? Was I toxic? You know, what is the truth? And remember, there's his side, her side, and in the middle, somewhere along the line, is the truth. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means together, look at that, fighting. You're trying to heal through the situation. It could be feminine that you're dealing with, or it just could be you trying to nurture yourself, because there's a lot of fights, there's a lot of emotions, and again, you're trying to navigate yourself through this, and the only way you're going to do this is to use your intuition. So third card of intuition here. Okay, intuition is the feminine side of the body. So if you're a male, you need to delve into more feminine sides. Okay, so you want fun, and there may be someone around you that maybe you want to have fun with. Okay, someone around you, there's a bit of a wish fulfillment, or there's something that sparks, or you're really wanting wishes, but you're also closed off. You stubbornly closed off, Scorpio. You just sitting there with your arms folded. Look at this. This is someone who's persistent, tired, exhausted, but persistent. But in reverse, this is, I'm just stubborn. I'm stubborn. I want happiness. I want fun. I want someone who I can perhaps be a friend, my best friend, my lover, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to sit and stubbornly sit here and be closed off to it. And Spirit's like, yeah, that doesn't work. You either get out there and make it happen, or you are going to be alone. Okay, so Hermit card. Let's talk about the Hermit card for Scorpio. What is going on here? Yeah, okay, so I think this is it. You're now single, okay? You're single. You're trying to look after yourself. You're kind of just trying to give yourself closure right now. And that's fine, and that's normal, but as long as you are giving to yourself, as long as you're nurturing yourself, look after yourself, you need to have a bit more fun, Scorpio. There are other options out there for you, okay? But Spirit cannot bring them in until you disconnect from the old, until you know, closure doesn't have to be sitting down with someone and saying, where did we go wrong? You know, sometimes you're never going to get that from the other person. Closure is about you sitting down with yourself and at least going, where did I think I went wrong, and how can I improve it for the next time around? Because there are other options there for you. The problem is that some of those options are toxic. Look at that. That's a beautiful golden cup, but what pops out? The devil, okay? Some of them are pretty, some of them are got jewels, some of them are stars and wishes and rainbows, but some of them are toxic. So you have to really have a look at your options going forward. But through the eyes of honesty and through the eyes of your intuition. Once you get your intuition right, your gut feel will always tell you the truth, okay? Right, so let's look at this divine position. What's happening with this divine position? Oh, yeah, there's still something very toxic surrounding you. You're trying to heal from something very toxic, okay? This is a toxic situation, possible person, possible narcissist. I'm really getting with the ego card and stuff. You're possibly dealing with a narcissist, and narcissistic relationships are tough. You're done giving to the relationship, which at least I hope you're done giving to the relationship, because narcissists are tough. Yeah, you feel toxic and you're about to communicate to someone that you're done. Communication's coming in. I feel like you're about to communicate to someone that you're done. You're done. You want to heal. Okay? Yeah, a narcissistic relationship is one of the worst, because it's the one person, it's like a child who is abused. A child who's abused always wants to please their abuser, because it's the one person who continuously runs them down, and so they feel even more obliged to make that person happy. And you don't realize that you don't need that person, and you don't need their opinion. And when you start to really become more empowered within yourself, because the Empress, she rules the land, okay? The Empress does not settle for anything other than the Emperor, and the Emperor rules the land. So an Empress needs an Emperor, okay? An Empress doesn't date a page. Someone who's immature and childish and throws nasty fits when they don't get their way. Or, is nice to you only when they want something from you, and once they get what they want from you, then they go back to their nasty ways, and then they blame you. It's all about you, and it's not about you. That's a narcissist. Google that too. Right, so there's some kind of truth. You're going to get some kind of download and some kind of truth. There may be some kind of apology, I'm not too sure, but this is about a soul connection, okay? See, here's your Emperor. The Emperor is the opposite. So this is your divine counterpart. So somewhere out there, there is a truth about your divine counterpart, okay? There's something that you're about to find out perhaps in the near future, and realize maybe who your soulmate is, but your intuition is upside down. Okay, so let's look at the Death card. What's Scorpio doing in the Death card? You want to have happiness, Scorpio, but you are trying to deal with a whole lot here. See, new love. So, release your ex. Bottom of the deck, true love. True. Oh, and it came out. There's a true love, a past life relationship. This is this past life relationship. It's a new love or a new situation, someone who's going to make you very happy, and someone that you can invest in a long time. It's your divine counterpart. So if you're an Emperor, this is an Empress. If you're an Empress, this is your Emperor. This is your soulmate, okay? But you need to release the deceptive, the toxic person, and explore these romantic feelings about this new person. So there is a soulmate out for you, Scorpio. This is someone who is your divine counterpart. This is someone who you were meant to be with, and you had to perhaps go through this toxic cycle so that you could now recognize this person and now realize, okay, now I understand why I went through this all, and now I understand because this is the person I was meant to be with. Maybe you weren't ready for this person, or this person wasn't ready for you, but now in your near future, once you've gotten rid of this toxic energies, you and this person will be a perfect match. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Have a fantastic day, and I'll chat to you soon.